Hi, Richard Litkoff from 616. How are you? I want to ask you a question and it's going to mess with your mind. I watch this debate going on and on. It's always one of these smaller debates on YouTube. There's the pro side, the positive side, and there's the anti side, the wanting it banned sort of fuck it type. But both of them see themselves as advocates of the same sort of ideology, trying to protect the people who are victims of a certain, let's call it an industry, an entertainment industry. Let me just walk you through. I want to go into this too. I want to talk about this entertainment industry. I want to talk about this form of visual audio media that seems to cause so much controversy, but at the same time doesn't cause as much as I think it should. You've got this massive, it's worldwide, renowned, make billions all over. The people in charge of it are ridiculously wealthy. There are different levels in this industry. There are people at the top who do the world, who make videos and DVDs and magazines and TV shows. They are used for depicting images and human interaction, all of which is staged and not real. It's done for the purposes of entertainment. And it's always a very visual, a very lowbrow, base sort of, it appeals to your instincts. So generally people in a state of news makes no difference, virtual undress, in a physical act. There's no real sort of emotion there. These performers, particularly the main performer, the focal point, and you look at them and they are put through so much physical stress. And you can't argue the fact that they look nice in a way, but they don't look normal. They have to sort of, their bodies have been made to sort of enhanced in ways, and they get overworked, they get overstressed, they're forced to fucking work in conditions that they can't handle, that their body can't take, but they get in for the money, and they can't do much else. It's degrading, it's demeaning, it takes away the actual emotional, the human aspect of it, the real sort of, that real personal element, and turns these people into cartoons. And the people who watch this stuff, they're going to end up sort of just taking it too seriously. They're going to get too into it, and to the point where they think they can behave like that. They can use this juvenile fucking dialogue. They can put themselves in these ludicrously unrealistic stuff. They're just like the pubescent fucking scribblings of an ADHD suffering teenager. And then you get to the serious side. The performers who are the focus point of this very thing. They are the reason it's watched. There are obviously other performers, but they're just sort of there to make up the numbers. When you look at the rate of death that these performers have, the life expectancy is very low. It's very hard for them to get out of it. And there's very little good treatment for them afterwards. And I've watched a lot of it, and you look back and you think, it looks like so much fun. But then you find out, this looks horrible. These people, but at the same time, it's really popular. People love it. How can you make this disconnect in this industry that does this? That people choose to go into, that people choose to stay in. But at the same time, these people are exploited. They're just paraded around like a meat market. And you do sometimes feel a sense of guilt. But you know what? So what? There are human beings do things that are very dangerous and they die. We go for the glory, we go for what we want. And we do it because we love it. But there needs to be some middle ground here. We can't just patronise these people. We can't just treat these people like they're fucking victims of their own fucking weakness. But at the same time, you can't argue that there has to be some sort of way that this can be done without all this misery. And you probably think I'm talking about pornography. And of course, no, I'm not. Do you know what I was talking about? This.
Shot him landing on his feet. Unbelievable. 500-pound superplex. Oh my God!
Professional wrestling. Every single argument, complaint, and concern that I hear from the anti-crowd about pornography exactly describes pro wrestling perfectly. They have the same problems. In fact, when it comes to physical damage to the performer, when it comes to unfortunate mistreatment and physical distress, and also when it comes to shortening life expectancy, wrestling's worse. Wrestling is more disruptive and it actually kills more people. Both of them have these problems. There's no real argument other than that. There are these two industries. They are identical in every way. They're arguments that apply against the porn go exactly for the wrestling. Difference is, this one, the pornography, it's a focus on the women, and at the end of the day, the focus on the wrestling is the men. And yet, where are the anti-wrestling debaters? Where are these people campaigning to get wrestling banned? Where are these people who don't want these men, who patronise these men to say, you shouldn't be wanting to get involved in this? Where are the people objecting to this to a level that is even more significant? Why is that? I'm not saying it's because they're men. I'm not saying it's, and I'm not saying that both of them cancel each other out. I'm just asking you, why do you think people give such a shit about the safety of women in porno, but most people don't give a flying donkey's fucking Sunday morning left-handed wank about the safety and the health and the well-being of the men in professional wrestling? Richard Ditkoff from 616. Good night. May God be less. If you smell what the dick is cooking.